What's up everybody? I know it's been a while since my last video, but I still have to make this a rush because I will be going to the Minions preview soon today. In the past couple of months we've had some pretty bad luck, but we've perfected the HPA engine from the AKA, which the video got taken down. I'll put a small, snippet of it. We looked into the version 2 gearbox, making this into an HPA, but sadly we couldn't just because we couldn't fit it in here, and a long story coming next. We explored the option of trying to make our own airsoft sound grenade, but I've been heavily addicted to Battlefield 4, which I've recovered from completely. And after all this nothing, I decided to start swimming again, and it's been going really good so far. It's hot as balls in California right now, and I am not trying to run my overweight ass. And finally, the last thing, I've added more cameras to my collection here, and not that it's going to be useful for this video, but we have the GoPro, we have my phone camera which now shoots 1080 at 60 frames, and we got the Mobius here that if needed I can shoot 1440 along with this and the GoPro. So the biggest thing that's been happening in these couple months is my Instagram channel. I've been growing it a lot, and on there's been one post almost every 3 days, and including that you guys can see updates about what's going on. So everybody on there got to see all these updates that were happening individually. I know a lot of this might look new to YouTube because this has never been shown off. This is my old gun with a whole bunch of new parts. This is all airsoft, so I have to mention that just because of certain people. And that said, Instagram got to see all of this first, and that's what I've been doing with my channel. I've been growing it on Instagram a lot. I've been doing some Twitch streams, but everything is going to be mixed together soon, and this is going to kind of be the start of that because a lot of attention was needed on Instagram, as there is about one post every 3 days, so a lot more than what you guys see here on YouTube. Links to everything is going to be down in the description below, and don't forget, everything here and everything tested with is printed with Jinos 3D printer filament. So if you guys want any sort of 3D plastic and stuff, look down below for Jinos. Where this project ends right now is that I made one perfect working model. A lot of people said I couldn't 3D print an HPA engine to be efficient. Well, our final thing here was 80 psi giving out 440 FPS, and I was really good enough with that considering our actuation times were really low. We were getting about 30 to 35 rounds per second with that. And we got another sponsor on board for our sights. Feachi Outdoors has sponsored us, and right here we have their RDS 25. It has 11 brightnesses, and you could obviously adjust everywhere, and it has a riser built in. So if you wanted to move it, it's actually modular, not built in, but they've supplied us this because we hit our 3,000 follower mark on Instagram. So if you guys want to be a part of that, and also giveaways, you guys can join us there, where we'll be giving away a lot of stuff. And if we get a lot of people who are also 3D printing in the airsoft community, we might even be giving away rolls of filament, partnering up with Jinos. So if you guys need anything, look in the links down below, and if you guys need 3D printer filament, also it's the same place. Alright, so again, Instagram got to see it first, but the sound grenade, we are putting a block to it. We're not putting a pause or anything because this was actually pretty dangerous, and this isn't actually what we made. This is actually just a model off of Thingiverse, but this is what it was going to look like. But it was just too dangerous with 3D printing, and the cost would have been way too high if we were to implement metal parts into it. So for everybody that really wants something that works with a Ramset cartridge, just go look for a Bang 22. I know that Airsoft Innovations is not in the best place right now, but it's actually going to work. So this is a goodbye forever, and I don't even know why I didn't think of it earlier. It just wouldn't be safe for consumers to use. So that's done. And so I started swimming again, and if anybody didn't know, I swam all throughout high school and a little bit in college, and most of that is just for some physical shape of mine. I have been getting out of shape, but I did start swimming about a week ago, so results are not going to be immediate. But I started swimming also so I could have some better stamina in the field because it's hot out and you'd be huffing and puffing going up one set of stairs with all your adrenaline, gear. Speaking of gear, I got this plate carrier, which some of you may know about, and this little medic thingy, which is really cool, but at the time I didn't think that having something this fat would block my arm from being able to swivel perfectly. But after a lot of time on me, I actually haven't noticed, especially since when I do hold my gun, I'm moving with it. I'm not ever just doing this with it. So it's not a big deal, but I will be creating my bug out kit and showing you guys all of that on YouTube at some point as well. Just want to get enough people interested first. I was going to flex with 4 different cameras showing, but I'm just going to show it to you instead rather than having the scenes change. I have here the GoPro Hero 4 Black, which can shoot from 720 to 4K, but we're going to try to bump up our quality to 1440p, 60 frames per second. And we have the Mobius Maxi 4K. We made our custom mount for this, which you guys might or might not remember from earlier this year, which is actually working perfect with all of these railings here. And finally, our phone camera, which is super clean and, by the way, luckily is not an Android. We're able to shoot 1080p at 60 frames per second. So we have 4 in total, and luckily the best camera of them all, my Canon M50, which has been really easy to use, even though before owning it, I've never owned a camera that's professional before. And within a little bit, I just got to learn whatever it is. So lighting is a big deal. I know this is a lot, and I can see that it's white from the side of the screen, but I also have another one here where if I were to turn this off, it would just be a little bit too dark, you can see. But the light bar that I bought, which hasn't arrived yet, it's 4th of July weekend, sadly, would have probably been somewhere to my right, because this is showing my left perfect. My right would be a lot better if it was toned. Maybe not even just a white color, maybe have like RGB flashing on me slowly strobing. It would be really cool showing off some of these airsoft guns, having it bounce off, as well as having the image quality not be so fuzzy. It's probably fuzzy now because there isn't as much light going into the sensor. But I'm learning about all of this just to get a better image quality. And on top of all of that, I'm explaining all the projects that either went right or went wrong, such as the airsoft sound grenade, which obviously not happening anymore. My kit, I want to go over that with you guys, my 72-hour bug out kit, whatever it's called. This fucking kid's playing Battlefield again. Dude, when the fuck are you gonna get off? You've been on this shit. You even said I'm done. Look at your raggedy ass chair. Bro, chill. This is just the outro. And by the way, here is the light that I was talking about. It has fucking modes for days, and I'm still testing it, so I don't know if it's gonna be staying. But till then, see you guys, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, but no shit, you can set that to anything. Like, value-wise, if I hold up my phone for the next 10 years, in 10 years we're gonna have a phone that's probably gonna be in our brains. Like, of course, value-wise, yeah. The longer I hold on to this, the more money, the more value I get out of it, especially only paying for like $300 for... I already paid $350 for this 2060.